Once again, this is not really much of a credits theme. I don't know what Tor's doing, but I mean, this is the closest we're gonna get. This is basically the fanfare cinematic for when you finish all 15 cups in a tour. It's basically a 30-second credits theme without actual credits crediting to the developers of the game. So can you really hardly call it a credits theme? I had to count Tor for something. So regardless, this is easily getting last place on the ranking. The original. This one is super short and sweet. I kind of like this one. Granted, it is second to last, so that being down this low on the ranking doesn't mean it's necessarily a bad song, but because this is the first game in the series, it just means that every other Mario Kart game after it practically set the precedent for what a credits theme should sound like and just exceeded Super Mario Kart's in such a manner. This one plays it safe for being the first credits theme in the first Mario Kart game, and it's a nice and gentle tune, so I enjoy listening it from time to time, but you'll never actually see me go out of the way to look for Super Mario Kart's credit song. I'm sorry. Honestly, Mario Kart Arcade GP2's credit theme is a nice and tranquil credit theme for an arcade game. I wouldn't be expecting that at all. And while I doubt that anyone has actually heard this theme in an arcade, because I mean, who's actually going to beat Mario Kart Arcade GP2 in the arcade itself? It is kind of nice that the developers did include one nonetheless. While it's very short and sweet, it is indeed a fun theme to listen to, and I honestly don't think I'll get tired of it anytime soon. Yep, you heard that right. Mario Kart Arcade GP has the exact same credits theme as GP2. Might as well combine them. Let's just move on to the next one. This one's got a nice live orchestra to complement its credits theme, and it makes sense because this is pretty much derivative of Mario Kart 8's credit theme, considering that even this game stole a lot of the same soundtracks from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And while it is a nice theme, I do feel like it loops a little bit too frequently for me. It is one of those themes that, in my opinion, I get the feeling that it's not necessarily the true finale theme, like almost as if there's more to the game than this. I just don't feel concluded with this theme for some reason. Overall, I feel like the melodies are nice, and the nice blend of instruments is really sweet to listen to, and it's a really nice credits theme. However, there's just so many other stronger credits themes that this one was just not strong enough to crack the top 10. Now, this is one of the longer credit themes in all the Mario Kart series, spanning 4.5 minutes, which is crazy for the first handheld Mario Kart game. The credits theme starts off a little funky, which is kind of cool, but then it gets to a nice, calm, reflective state, and I kind of like that because it starts to make me think about the journey I went through to get to this point. There's also multiple parts to this song before it starts to loop again, so it feels like it doesn't even loop that much, which is really incredible. There's also a lot of nice little sound effects that are thrown into the credits theme to spice it up a little bit, and while it's not too loud to where it takes over and ruins the song, it's also not too subdued to where they don't even impact it whatsoever. It's just got that nice little touch where you can just hear it in the background but can still pay attention to the main theme. Super Circuit's an incredible credits theme, however, there's just so much better competition that I unfortunately had to leave this one outside the top 10, but I still wanted to give this one a nice mention. Our first dose of nostalgia overload just barely cracks the top 10. Now, hear me out. This is gonna be a hot take, but I feel like this credits theme is just all right. Just all right. It's a little too calm and serene for me, which honestly is ironic considering how chaotic Mario Kart Wii is compared to any other Mario Kart game in the whole series. There's no denying that this is an incredible piece to listen to. It's just not my go-to. I'm not really gonna go out of my way to search up the Mario Kart Wii first credits theme, which, speaking of, Mario Kart Wii luckily enough has a second credits theme, which I find to be much more enjoyable. We will talk about that one a little bit later on the list. I was honestly shocked when I heard this theme for the first time and it sounded this incredible. I had to find it online because there is no way I am going to an arcade to find myself a Mario Kart Arcade GP DX booth and then try to beat the game in one sitting and listen to it in an arcade setting where everyone is loud and talking around you. There is just no shot this is happening. And while I enjoy listening to it, my one gripe with it is that it's just too short. Like, it's only a minute. Come on, you can make it a little bit longer than that. Like, please, this is such a good theme. The DES also has two credits themes just like Wii, and similarly to Mario Kart Wii, The first credits theme in DS is nice and calm. However, for some reason, I like this version of calm credits theme compared to Mario Kart Wii's version. I think I more so like to lean towards the credit themes that allow me to reflect on my journey, on my racing, to get me to this point. And Mario Kart DS's first credit theme definitely achieves that for me. The DS sound font, might I add, is also just so nice to listen to, because anytime I close my eyes and listen to this credits theme, I just find myself swaying side to side because it's so groovy. Despite only being in 8th place, I gotta say, this DS credits theme is very strong, and I commend the Mario Kart DS developers and sound team for making a credits theme this serene. I had completely forgotten what this credit theme sounded like. It had legit been probably a decade since I'd listened to Mario Kart 7's credit theme. But when I tuned into it, I legitimately thought I accidentally clicked on Mario Kart 8's credit theme. It's that close. Like, I had no idea Mario Kart 7 was doing the whole jazz thing that Mario Kart 8 is well known for, but I guess they were mainly saving that one for the ending, which I can respect. Some of the piano solos that you'll find throughout this credits theme is so immaculate to listen to, and wow, I can respect the fact that they were able to exquisitely intertwine the main theme of this game in a remixed arrangement into this credit theme. That is sublime. This theme has hardly any loops, which honestly gets a huge ton of respect from me, and it is so fun to listen to. I gotta say, for Mario Kart 7 and for the 3DS library as a whole, this has to be one of the strongest soundtracks in the entirety of the 3DS library. You want to talk about reflective? Well, Mario Kart 64 credit theme has this one in spades. Despite only being the second Mario Kart game created, holy cow, this theme allows you to go on a huge atmospheric and emotionally gripping journey. Like, come on, once you start listening to this, you cannot stop. Like, for me personally, this is not my nostalgia Mario Kart, and I know for most of you it probably isn't your nostalgia Mario Kart as well. We're a little bit too young for Mario Kart 64. However, if you listen to this credits theme, think about a fond memory in your childhood, close your eyes, I guarantee you tears might start to run down your eyes, because holy cow, this theme is something else. This credits theme might literally be the definition of those were the good old days. So I'm glad we have a theme like this to keep those memories afloat. To be able to hear this theme in DS, you have to beat all of the cups in the game and then go through the first half of the first credits theme, and eventually you'll start to hear it. That's when it switches up on you like this, but my goodness, is it worth it? The credits theme itself turns from reflective to celebratory, which is incredible because that's the game giving you that sense of accomplishment for you devoting so much time into the game and allowing yourselves to feel that sense of accomplishment and achievement for all of your hard work putting that time into the game. This is truly an underrated banger, so the fact that I can only manage to put it in 5th place on this ranking kind of makes me sad, but it also shows how incredible Mario Kart credit themes are. My one critique is that it's just a little too short. Like, it's only got 1:45 in the back end of an already established credits theme. Give me 30 to 45 more seconds more of this solo Mario Kart DS version 2 credits theme. I need to hear more of it. It's so pump up energizing. Mario Kart 8's credits theme is basically Mario Kart 7's, but on steroids. You got the live orchestra and them remixing the title theme into the arrangement in such a unique way, but there's so much more. This is the first credits theme in the Mario Kart series to include references and notes from tracks in the game itself. If you listen to the whole credits theme closely, you'll be able to hear Mario Kart Stadium, Thwomp Ruins, Electrodrome, and Mount Wario, and probably other tracks that I might not have managed to pick up on. The transition of instruments going from one track to the other while still trying to keep up that credits theming pomp and circumstance is honestly nothing short of remarkable. I love how seamless this credits theme sounds. I must say, it's been literal years since I've listened to Mario Kart 8's credit theme, and 8 Deluxe's it's the same credit theme, but it has been years. So when I came back to listen to this one for the purposes of this video, I was blown away, and I'm astonished at how incredible this theme truly is. So shout out to you, Mario Kart 8, for creating such an incredible credit theme that is almost 10 years old at this point. That's insane. I will be completely honest in that 90% of my placement for Mario Kart Double Dash's credits theme is my blind nostalgia bias, but come on, I had to make up for the game for putting its title theme all the way down in 10th place in my previous ranking video, so make sure you go check that one out to see where I rank the rest of the title themes. I had to do it, guys, I'm sorry. But can you blame me though? It has a beautiful blend of nice soft pianos with a nice groovy drum that makes you kind of want to dance, while at the same time having those reflective thoughts about your journey throughout this entire Mario Kart experience, so much as that we've heard throughout all the other Mario Kart credits themes. I used to sit down and listen to this credits theme with my brother anytime that we would complete the special cup, because it was that much of a vibe and we didn't want to skip it because it was just so chill to listen to. I know it's not the most unique credits theme out there, it's not the most special one, but it holds a special place in my heart, and I think that's all that matters for a credits theme. If the credits theme for a game allows you to unlock some feeling or memory, whether it's related to the game or not, I feel like that is a telltale sign of a fantastic credits theme, and that is definitely how I feel about Double Dash's credits theme. I mean, come on, fellas. I feel like it's not a shock to anyone that the second Mario Kart Wii credits theme is this high on the ranking. Some of you might be more shocked that it's not even number 1, more so that it's number 2 on this ranking. My sole critique with this credits theme is that it's just way too short. Like, it's only 2 minutes, barely. You gotta give us more of this incredible soundtrack. Like, it is such a vibe. Beating all of the cups in the game just to unlock this theme at the end of the credits theme initially is such a treat. The beautiful combination of synths and pianos to create this masterpiece is absolutely magnificent, and I gotta be honest, anytime that I listen to this song and I come across it, you have to listen to the whole thing. It's just a rule. I mean, this very well might be the most iconic Mario Kart credits theme in the entire franchise so far, so I feel like that's why it is worthy of the number 2 spot. I don't think anybody expected a 5-minute credit theme to drop alongside Wave 6 to close out the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass, but my goodness, it is absolute perfection. The 2-year wait from Wave 1 to Wave 6 just to hear this theme was so worth it. The references are also off the charts. For example, it remixes Super Mario Kart's credits theme. I know that one's my second least favorite in the entire series. I do like it from time to time. It's still a solid credits theme. I'm just not going to go out of my way to listen to it. However, in 8 Deluxe, the Booster Course Pass remixed that credit theme perfectly. There's also a huge mashup of tour tracks that get remixed specifically for this credits theme arrangement, going from Tokyo Blur to Ninja Hideaway, Berlin Byway, Singapore Speedway, Vancouver Velocity, Los Angeles Laps, Madrid Drive, and ending with Sky High Sunday. Like, come on, fellas, that is perfection. This is everything a credits theme should have and more. It's got the perfect length. It's recorded with live instruments. It's got references to parts of the game you've played on your way to this point. It's got throwbacks to the beginnings of the franchise's history and so much more, all recorded harmoniously into a beautiful soundtrack. I know I have recency bias in that this is the newest Mario Kart credits theme by far, but you cannot lie, it is such a perfectly paced song, and I have a feeling that I will be listening to this credits theme for a long time. So that's it. That's my list. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your ranking down in the comments below. I'd love to see what you guys think of all the Mario Kart credits themes. Shout out to my members. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much for just helping me with this YouTube channel by your support. It is so generous. And shout out to all of you guys for watching this video. Please feel free to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and stay all pro. I'm out of here.